Hey guys, right, let's get into knees today, which is another one that's been asked to be covered. It's one of the major body areas or joints, so I was to go into it. So your knees are linked to your solar plexus, and your solar plexus is in your gut area. And what I should probably do is just give you a brief overview of the chakras because I will talk about them a lot in relation to emotions. So we have 7 major chakras in the body. Starts from the feet, going up legs, hips, pelvis, stomach, chest, and throat, and then you've got the brow and the crown. So the base chakra is your legs, a little bit around your bum, and that is around support, just support and foundations. And you'll hear me talk about that a lot with leg issues and also low back. And then sacral chakra is around your pelvis, which governs a lot around relationships, creativity, desires. Then solar plexus is around the stomach, the gut, and that has to do with identity and trust. I'll go into it a bit more when I talk about the knees. Heart is a lot around love and nurturing, accepting and receiving and giving of love. Throat has a lot to do with expression. And then we've got the brow and the crown, which is, I'll go into those another time. So the main ones are from the throat down. So the solar plexus is also where a lot of your joints come into play as well. So the knees. So solar plexus emotions that are governed are things like your identity, your self-esteem, your trust in others and trust in self, your confidence, ego comes into it, power, and then authority comes into it as well. So first of all, going into physical knee presentations that will come into the clinic are things like your ligament issues. So if I hop back and I show you, so you've got my knee here. You've got these collateral ligaments on either side, which help stabilize the knee in side-to-side motions. And then you've got your cruciate ligaments that run internal to the knee and help that forward and back motion. Then you've got some meniscus cartilage in there, and then you've got muscles and fat pads around there as well. So it is pretty common to get knee sprains, ligament injuries to the outer ligaments, and also your cruciate, anterior cruciate and posterior cruciate ligaments, or ACL and PCL that you might know them as. Ligament injuries, meniscus tears, arthritis in the knee, fluid and swelling in the knee. Some people get clicking and locking in their knee as well. So it is important that I always say when you have an injury to your body, is usually there is an emotional link. So have a think back to when you had that injury and what was going on for you, what thought processes were going through your mind, where you're at in life. But then sometimes if you do have issues, again, you need to remove the discomfort, and it may mean that you need some minor surgery or you do need some intervention and rehab. So if you, for example, if you've ruptured your ACL, I've seen a lot of people who have issues up high like chronic headaches, and their headaches don't go away until they actually get their ACL fixed. But remembering not to use surgery is a simple excuse that once it's fixed, it's all better, because you can still damage that reconstructed knee. And then, yeah, probably I will go into Gav, my husband's knee story, because that was very emotionally related and something that he'll probably share down the track. But he is a mountain guide, and he was on a very easy trip. He was not doing anything hard, didn't have a trip or a fall, but he stepped up onto a rock and then heard a massive crunch, and he had a really complex tear of his meniscus. Maybe it was slightly degenerated beforehand, but you could actually see the meniscus popping out of his joint, and you could manipulate his knee and get it to go back into place, and then it would just keep on popping back out. But obviously because of that and all the locking he had, he was getting some muscle wasting, and that was something he had to get operated on to remove it. But he definitely acknowledged that his headspace wasn't in the right space. He was fine in terms of safety, however, he wasn't like my osteo was osteo like I wanted to. So that's just a little story to get you to relate to the knee and the emotions. And then I like to always split the body up into left and right side. So I'll start with the right side. So right side knee. Knees in general have a lot to do with your flexibility and ability to move forwards. Hips are also around moving forwards, but knees have a lot more to do with identity and roles in life, and how flexible you are. So right knee, masculine, has a lot to do with how your sense of direction around career, how you identify yourself, how you see yourself expressing yourself in your career or your business. And again, it doesn't mean that you need to own and run your own business. It could be that you're just really happy and you've got a really valuable role being an employee in a business that serves your values. So right knee, career direction. And your left knee, I love the left knee, a lot of it comes up with relationships. So again, thinking about your identity in your relationship, the sense of role and purpose that you have in your relationship. Does your partner support you moving forwards as well? Like, are you growing together, or are you starting to go your separate ways, which can often happen? What's the other thing? Yeah, trust is big. So especially if there's suspicions of affairs in a relationship, that can start to make you feel quite unstable. And yeah, I've had a number of patients who have come in with their knee issues, and again, had all the imaging done and MRIs, and they know that something's wrong in their knee, but nothing is being found structurally. And then, yeah, bringing their attention to what it could relate to is all good and well, and sometimes they're not ready to make that shift, but yeah, have seen many people come back into the clinic many years later with their life turned around, and all of a sudden that chronic knee issue has just dissipated the thing that was really taking over them. Knock knees are another interesting presentation, because again, if we look at identity and sense of identity, knock knees is when everything's kind of turned in, closed off. A lot of young kids, because they're quite lax, tend to have the knock knees, but then they will often straighten out as they get older. So it's something that gets monitored, but it has a lot to do with like codependency, and yeah, just an ability to stand up for yourself. So that's my little summary on knees. Hopefully that's helped you. If there is anything specific with your presentation that you want to go through, just add it to the comments. And I will touch base with you guys tomorrow, and probably what I will do is go over the chakras in more detail in a very non-fluffy way, so that you can make sense of it and where emotions present in your body. All right, have a great night. Bye.